This video is on how to use the Family Search Wiki. It's like an encyclopedia. Okay, in this video I'm going to go over the Research Wiki. Let's see if it will come up. There we go. I used this probably, they had just started it and I had heard about it and I started looking at it and I was like, there's not much here. But in the last few years it has become a really great resource. So I want to start, you're going to do it by location. You cannot type in a person's name. This is not a way to search for a person. But this is kind of like an encyclopedia of different locations. So I am going to type in Barron County, Kentucky. Whoops, there it came up, Barron County, Kentucky. I can click on it. You can also use this search button up here. And it's just a great resource. So it tells you, it starts out and it gives you a description of Barron County, how it got its name. It tells you where the courthouse is. It tells you over here the county seat, the year it was organized. It came from Greene and Warren counties, neighboring counties. This is really important when you're researching. Sometimes people lived right on the border of a county and they would go over to a neighboring county because it was closer to their county seat than going to their own county seat to get married or to record information. Of course, if it was land records, that had to be in their county, but especially for marriages, they often would go to a neighboring county. So or they had family. I have a lot of family that was from Barron, but many of them lived in Hart County. And so I have to constantly switch back and forth in searching for Hart and Barron County. Okay, so it says they have birth records. They started recording birth records in 1852. They started recording marriage records in 1798. So if you have somebody who's born before 1852, unless you have a church record or a Bible record, they're not going to have it recorded in the county. Death records was the same, 1852. They started keeping court records in 1798. So when they started keeping court records, they started recording marriage. Land records, 1798. Probate. Census, it began in 1810. Okay, then we have boundary changes. From Greene and Warren counties, they combined it and made Barron. Okay, and then you've got population, or populated places. There's somewhere on here that gives population. Maybe it's on the counties. So here are some of the cities and information that you can find on each of these different cities. And down here they give tombstone. This is cemetery records. Here's census records. Here's the population. I knew it was somewhere. So over here you have what the population was in 1800, in 1810, and you can see how much it's grown in the different years. So if you need information about census records, you can come here and look at some of these. Many of these are articles or they are links to a record. Okay, then here's church, if you need information about churches. And this is constantly being updated. So even though you may have looked 2 months ago, if you look again today, there may be something new that has been put in here. And if you find a record and it's not here and you feel like it should be, there is a way to submit information. And I'm not going to go through that, but just know that you can submit information if you have information on a county or a location that you think should be on here. Here's different genealogies that have been done on different families. So I happen to have Ennis's in my line, so these would be ones that I would look at. We'll see, I have Skaggs also. There's a Skaggs one. And I have a Thompson, but no Thompson one. So here's land and property records, local histories. And here is a little map showing you Barron, and then you can see the counties where they're at. Remember, it came from Warren and Greene counties. Here's information on military records. I'm not going to click on this. I just want you to know that this is a great resource to find information about what is available and to learn more about an area or location that you might be researching for your family. And here is a little outline of the information that we just went through. So if you clicked on it, so if I went to there, it would take me down to the military, and I can scroll back up. Hopefully that was helpful, and I hope that you find use for the Family Search Wiki.